Hello and welcome to Celebrating Marvel Studios. I'm Chad Miller. What a surprising turn Werewolf by Night is for the MCU and Disney Plus. I mean, wow, this was pretty darn spectacular. Werewolf by Night is the directorial debut of composer Michael Giacchino, and he does the score as well. And it's a 55-minute special on Disney Plus, and it borrows heavily on the classic horror films from the 1930s. It's shot in black and white for the most part, and has beautiful cinematography, great score, not surprising, and it borrows heavily on some of the tropes from most classic films, with a little camp thrown in, and then it also has some like modern fight sequences, so it kind of doesn't blend the two very well, but it still works. The special is about monsters and monster hunters, and we're introduced to Elsa Bloodstone, who is returning to her family after her father's passing to claim her birthright, which is the Bloodstone. It's a magical artifact that she was like claimed to, but her stepmother instead is basically making a game out of it. So she's gathered all these monster hunters and has found a monster for them to hunt. And they also have to basically pick off one another, and the one left standing after slaying everyone else in the monster gets the Bloodstone. And so so Elsa is deciding to play by the rules, and so she's taking part in this game. And the other main character is named Jack, and he's played by Gael Garcia Bernal, and he's brilliant in this role. And as we go along, we find out that Jack is actually a friend of the monster, who is Man-Thing. And so his mission is to make sure that Man-Thing isn't killed and that he escapes. He's not really interested in Bloodstone. So eventually, Jack and Elsa team up, and he says, if you help free my friend, I'll get you the Bloodstone. We'll be good. So that's the plan. So, naturally, things don't go according to plan. And as far as the horror elements of it, there's definite suspense and tension in places. Not as many jump scares as I would like. I'm not one for lots of blood and guts. I mean, obviously some slicing and dicing is fine. And we get that. Much more so than I thought would be appropriate for an MCU project on Disney Plus. Some of the shots actually really surprised me. I was like, oh wow, that was pretty bold. Way to go. So it's revealed that Jack is also a monster himself, a werewolf. And he's transformed into his werewolf persona by the Bloodstone. And so, because of the bond that Jack and Elsa have created in the time of the program, she makes sure that he gets set free as well as Man-Thing. And then she gets Bloodstone and there's a happily ever after. Which kind of really kind of threw me off at the end. But overall, this was a really satisfying show. I could see myself watching this again. Maybe, around this time of year, every year. As I said, Burnell's performance was really good. I like that they used practical effects for the werewolf, instead of going full CGI like they did with Man-Thing. I think CGI could have helped enhance a little bit, because it did look a little clumsy at times. And some fans weren't happy with Donnelly's portrayal of Elsa, because she wasn't as fully fledged or fleshed out as she is in the comics. I see this as kind of like a starting point, not necessarily an origin story, but a starting point for the character of Elsa. And I thought Donnelly did a great job with portraying what I know of the character, which isn't a whole lot. But I think she hits the major key aspects of what I know of the character. So what do you all think of Werewolf by Night? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and as always, love and light to you all.